Hey, what's up, crypto world? Senior scientist here. I think this will be a cool video. You like those, right? All right. Jasmy. I'm going to start with that. You can apply this to pretty much any of the cryptos, okay? So if you're not, oh, he's talking about Jasmy again, you got to see why. This is getting really exciting. And I think this Saturday or Sunday could be the day. And I mean, in any moment here, it's gonna go. All right. I'll show you why I think that right now. So this is cool. Jasmy right now is down 3.32%. Right. Look at this chart. All right. So one thing I did is found out where these things are pumping to in the short term, and I mean immediate term. Like I think this thing's gonna go in a day or two and reach, I'll share that with you, the percentage. You're gonna make a lot of money in Jasmy if this pans out. And I know it hasn't yet, but just bear with me. See where we're at here? We're at the 236, the way I'm drawing the fib. Now I'm gonna keep it this way because I've done this on a lot of them and they line up. All right, so maybe it's not right, but doing this anyway. So we're at the 236. We're kind of testing the top of that area right there. Okay. That's not important, but just kind of know we're at the 236 there. And the RSI, where are we at the RSI? On the weekly. See how it's getting ready to launch? Well, there's one here, this LPT, 21.29%. It's pumping already. So check this out. And I have to flip back and forth a little bit, but 236, Jasmy. Okay. You see any? Oh, maybe you don't see any similarities. Sorry, I'm pretty exhausted. But the RSI. What I want to point out is that this RSI yesterday, the number doesn't matter. I'm just trying to point out that the RSI yesterday, this is on the daily scale, so I'm going to zoom in. This is that LPT that's pumping right now, was here, and it was below the average. Again, that doesn't mean anything, but I'm just trying to show you that Jasmy is already coming up. But this thing is getting ready to go. All right. Now check this out. So Galaxy, that's starting to go. These are all kind of, again, just like Jasmy on the RSI. See how you get a dip. It's kind of coming up. Filecoin's starting to pump. Right. Now ICP is way ahead of the market. And I mean, it was running behind, but when I say, okay, take that back. It's running ahead right now of some of the others, okay? Matching up the fibs on a certain section of the chart, and they all align. So this thing popped, back here, right? And so this thing's already sitting up at the, where are we at? At the 786 when we compare it to the other charts, lining up peaks for peaks and valleys, that type of thing. So again, so Jasmy in relation to this would be like right here. We're getting ready for that big pump. And for ICP, this is on the weekly scale. Let me go to the daily scale, sorry. When ICP pumped, I don't know how many days it took. It kind of took a little while, but this LPT is, so maybe the ones that are lagging, so maybe ICP isn't ahead of all, the market, maybe, because I think ICP was actually running a little behind when we looked at, the majority of coins. And, oops, sorry, but maybe all the others are just really running behind. That'll get them to pump better. Okay, here's why I'm excited now. Oh, DIA. I don't know if you could see this, you guys, but I mean they're all the same. That's how I can line up the peaks for the RSI, and then I have some percentages there. So this should continue to go to this target area because they all kind of hit right there. Like if we look at ICP, again lining up the peaks and stuff. So I was kind of using as a template, where did ICP peak? Now I don't look at the fib because the fibs aren't, the fibs are lined up with the certain peaks on the chart. And I mentioned before that these things all move. They're basically the same pattern, but they have different degrees in which they move. So that's why the fibs won't line up with each other, but the peaks and valleys and stuff do. So the point is that the top there of that pump, when it finished, fell just below this area, and that's actually my top for the fib, okay? And this thing really went getting above the 236, and so Jasmy right now is just above the 236, okay? And that target lines up exactly right there, okay? DIA, that target underneath that, or where that same peak is, where ICP did, right there. There's another one that's already went, and that's API3, which matches ICP. So I had those two as a template to be able to line up these peaks, and again, peaked for this pump. Now it's not peaking, but the pump is probably going to go again. Who knows? But this pump that I want for Jasmy, and I'm looking for, I've been waiting for, again, right underneath this little peak area. Now I could lay this out, and you could see, oh wow, these actually do match. I'm just going to skip over that part because I got to get stuff done and show you why I don't have everything in Jasmy right now, but I'm going to move it over right now. So, because now NCT is pumping right now too, okay? And NCT, when we line this up, so I think it was NCT. So when we look at where it's at right now to the target, it's this line here. It's 140%, okay? Because all these are the same target. When we look at DIA, we go where we're at now. Target on that line. That is 51.81%. When we look at, how about the one that's pumping already? If we would have gotten in on that right there, watching the RSI, whatever. Look at that thing. Oh, and let's go to the weekly because that shows you. Oh, we already looked at that, didn't we? Okay. All right. Well, anyway, let's measure this out. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, so let's measure. Let's see. Oh boy, I would have gotten in here. That pump where we're sitting right now is at 139%. And good grief, I think that's like in 2 days or something. Let me go to the daily scale so we can see it. Okay. Let's go auto size. There we go. Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool looking, isn't it? All right. I'm going somewhere with this. I'm just trying to reorientate the the screen and stuff. Okay, all right. So this up to the target, the 172. Oops. 172% for that first little, where this pump is going to go right now. Okay. So if you want to get LPT, you can. I mean, it's already pumping, but it doesn't have a whole lot more room to go. Because look how close it is to that target already. So that's 18% left until it reaches it. All right. Jasmy. But again, you see how that started off near the 236, this LPT. And so from the pump, let's go to Filecoin. Okay. Again, we're looking at the same peak on the elbow, hits right underneath it. And this is a good coin though, Filecoin, because that's also like I think it's already starting to go here. So we should get in the double digits here. I mean, that's 200%, we'll say, from where we're at right now. So if you've been holding Filecoin over the last couple days, and I'm talking we're gonna be up there by the end of the week, probably. This week coming up. Because these things are going faster, the ones that have been not going. It seems like they're going faster. It's 228% if you just would have gotten in a couple days ago. But, still looking at 200% right now if you want to buy in right now. We're just starting to cross that 382. It should just shoot all the way up to the 0.5 at least. I mean, we look at how IP3 went. API 3. So there's the 236 and the 382 right above it. And you just see how it went from 236 all the way up above the 0.5, came back down. So that did a little bit more up and down. But that's not a lot of time. This is on the daily scale. I know it's a little blurry. Now let me just get to Jasmy and I'll get out of your hair. Jasmy. All right, Jasmy, where we're at right now. Oh, it's a little red in there. Minus 3.48%. Listen, the target is set. The target's set, okay? This thing has been building on the RSI. So you just go to the weekly and you're like, oh no, it's going to crash. I think somebody said that. That history repairs. Okay, prepares. I think he's, I don't want to say anything negative about him. I don't know why he is so, let's move on. So, because I think he's a brother in Christ. I can't speak bad about him. I mean, I can. Fuck him. But I don't want to. Because we may be spending eternity together and I don't want to freaking hear about it. That's how I view things, all right? I hope we all spend eternity together. All right, so nobody's excluded. All right, so here we go. See how the RSI on the weekly is building. Okay, just like all the rest. So, it's not going down. No, I mean, look at Galaxy, okay? Jeez, check out how similar they are. So there's Galaxy. Well, maybe it doesn't look like it, but it is. You would have thought Galaxy right here is going down, right? This one, DIA. I have no idea what that is. But you would have right here. You're like, oh man, this thing's gonna go back down. It's like we're right here, Jasmy. Oh, it's gonna go back down. No, it's getting ready to do a massive pump. And the daily, it just dipped down. Some of the others did that too. I mean, that's dipping down. It's above, in Yoohoo land. Filecoin, went up, dipped here, and now it's starting to pump. That's woohoo land when you get up into that overbought zone. I don't like the term overbought because it's like literally that's where you want to be. That's where you get these big thick candles when you're up there on the weekly and the daily matches up and everything else matches up. So, all right. Did I show you the percentage yet? Maybe that's. Oh man, I'm so behind in my work right now. I'm just exhausted. All right. Okay. So from where we're at right now to the set target. Here we go. And I mean, I don't think we'll have any problem hitting that line. I mean, if it goes like LPT, which is almost reaching its target here, it's right up there. And that it took, because I mean, we're basically, when we compare the two, I mean, we're the same place on the chart, okay? Sort of, but look, we just have a couple little, one red candle is on the daily, the other one hasn't. I mean, it's still kind of morning, really early in the morning. LPT, so we're basically, you know, right here. And that did that. So if we do that, I mean, we're gonna have I don't know if I've ever seen a crypto though do like over 100% in one day. So this thing though, it's got to go up. There's not much here once it gets above that 382, especially. But I don't even know if that matters. So they're I think this is it. Really do. So when I say there's nothing hindering it, I mean, this has a lot more stuff hindering it. This LPT. Yeah, it's just like Jasmy. Popped. But maybe you're an LPT waiting and you saw, let's see here, what was that drop right before it pumped? Let's see. And you're like, oh, this thing's not moving, and it dropped another 1%. Yeah. Yeah, it did a drop and another drop, and then it went up 4%, then it dropped 2%, 20. Yeah, look at that. 77.81. These are the moves I think we're going to see in Jasmy in the extreme short term. That 70-80% jump in one day. It has to. It's got to get up there. Like that's what it's when I say get up there, it's not building up there. These things are launching to these targets. I mean, even ICP, right? In a way, when it got to the 382 right here, I mean, it sort of launched. So that launched up to the 618, came back, launched up to the, so if we exclude all this other stuff right here, right, and just started here, boom, and it did a little consolidation, then boom. Didn't take much time. It was on the daily scale. And that was way back then. So let's look at, I see this one doesn't have enough history on it. But anyway, if you can do whatever you want, I just don't see the percentages anywhere else. And again, just look at the RSI, guys. It's building on the weekly. Been waiting for this. I don't know what to say. There's Filecoin. I mean, if you're going to put in Filecoin, why don't you just put in Jasmy? I don't get it. They have the same target. Okay. Sorry, the red line. It's hard to pick up. There's Jasmy. Filecoin in the green. Okay. So let's just see. Now, Filecoin may go a little bit sooner because it's already at the 382 here. But that, did I do that right? Oh, no, I didn't. How did I miss that? What happened there? I gotta try one more time. Sorry. So from there to there. So that's 207%. I mean, I'll take that all day long, right? But we're talking like these huge pumps. Okay, Jasmy. Same target. We're at 300%. I mean, I just wiggle that thing and it moves percentages, but I might even be right underneath that line. So I'm on the weekly scale, so I'm not even like getting precise here. Yeah. All right. Hey, this thing's getting. I don't know what to say. If you look at any of the other charts, you're like, why isn't Jasmy gone? Well, that's not the question you have to ask. The question should be, Jasmy's getting ready to go. When is it going? Like, it's getting ready to go. And I mean, does it matter? Really? Like, I'm highly confident that this thing should go because all the others are. When it goes, I guess I really don't care if it takes another 2 weeks. I just don't see that. I mean, because the RSI is building. And we're getting to Yoo-hoo land. So, peace.